first came over to this country from my native land of Spain, I found a vast difference. For coming from the colorful homeland of Spain...
Starting off, you're wrong. You're not from Spain. You're not from the colorful homeland of Spain.
I'm from...
You're not Spanish.
I'm Spanish, and I lived in a small casa. And I used to hang around a lot of the bars with caballeros.
You're full of bull. That is about the only Spanish in you. I grew up together. We did everything together.
We didn't do everything together. Remember Saturdays, remember you went to the movies?
Yeah, of course.
I went to Spain. And that's where I learned about bullfighting. Ole! Ole, ole, ole. Venga, ha, ha! Viva el matador. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Chuck, go ahead.
There were many brave bullfighters who fearlessly faced El Toro.
That's the bull.
No, that's no bull. That's what they called him, El Toro.
Tell me, who was, in your opinion, the greatest of the Spanish matadors?
One man, El Paquito. Like many toreros, he killed bull after bull, and he believed that he was invincible.
That's right.
But you know what happened? His day came. That moment of truth. And one day, he finally met his match.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine yourself at the bullfight. The arena filled to overflowing. The crowd waits breathlessly for El Toro and the matador.
They've come, that
wasn't finished.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They wait breathlessly for El Toro and the matador.
They kept playing when I wasn't finished.
With you, it's a habit. They await breathlessly for El Toro and the matador, every man, woman, and child.
They've come to see the bull attack the matador. Pawing, snorting, foaming at the mouth, eyes ablaze, blood and guts over the entire arena. Fun for the entire family.
Wait, Tommy, that is not what they came for. They came to see the classic struggle between man and beast. They came for the moment of truth. Now, Tom, tell us about El Paquito's moment of truth.
It happened that at that time, there was a great bull, so magnificent and so fierce that every torero, every matador was afraid to face him. And all across Spain, a whisper started that El Paquito was afraid to face this dangerous bull. But he was not afraid.
No, he wasn't afraid. He was a great matador.
That's right, he was not afraid. Wasn't real crazy about the idea, but he was not afraid. And he forced himself to get out of the hospital bed to face this dreaded bull.
You mean El Paquito was recovering from wounds from a prior fight?
Yes, he'd been gored many, many times.
Oh,
he still had his stitches in. Yet through his strength, he got up and fought that bull in the tradition of his great family name, El Paquito.
Tommy, wait a minute. I'm interested. What does El Paquito mean?
It's a difficult to translate it from Spanish into English.
Well, if you had to translate El Paquito into English, you had to translate it. What would it be closest to in English? El Paquito.
I'd say Frank Johnson. Brave matador stepped into the arena covered with stitches. Then came the charge. El Toro snorted, pawed the earth, his red, beady eyes ablaze as he charged across the arena towards El Paquito.
And what did El Paquito do?
He completely fell apart. Just couldn't handle, just completely.
That's a shame.
Yes.
I mean, in front of all those thousands of people to come completely unraveled like that, that is terrible. He had a mental breakdown. That's awful.
No, he just fell apart.
When nobody actually falls apart, he had a mental breakdown.
No, his stitches got caught in the horn and just... a little bit of Paquito all over the place. Ole, ole, ole. Viva el matador. Ole, ole, ha, ha. Ha, ha, Toro, ha, ha. Ha, ha.
Hey, hey, what are you doing?
I'm just shouting at the bull. Those are the words, the Spanish words they shout at the bull.
Oh, they shout those at the... What does it mean?
Oh, nothing, just Spanish words, just, you know, bull shouts.
Coming up, the Turtles.
So happy together.
A lesson in history from Tom and Inger Stevens. And everybody gets into the act with Jimmy Durante.
Tonight on E! At 9.
You know, way back in our second show, we introduced a group called the Turtles. And we liked them so much we asked them back again. But as you know, turtles don't move too fast. In fact, we had one group on the first show. In fact, they were named the Snails, but they didn't even, they moved so slow that someone stepped on them. But we're very happy to have the Turtles back. Both Dick and I are very happy to be associated with them, and we think they're great. Here they are, the fast-moving Turtles.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together.
Directly ahead, the untold story of Queen Isabella and Columbus.
Well, Queen Izzy, I entreat your support that I may seek a new route.
And still to come, Jimmy Durante, young at heart.
For it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Kinnear. Good show for you tonight. In fact...
Tonight we would like to recreate for you a great moment in history, the event that led to the discovery of America, as Miss Inger Stevens and my brother Tom relived the dramatic meeting of Christopher Columbus and Queen Isabella of Spain. The setting is the castle at Granada, the year 1491. The beautiful Queen Isabella awaits the young Italian adventurer who has advanced a revolutionary theory that the world is round.
this dreamer who claims the world is round? Everyone knows the world is flat.
But Christopher Columbus is a young adventurer with vision and unquenchable spirit. He desires sailing ships in order to cross the uncharted waters and discover a new route to the Indies.
Nay. In order to discover a new route, in a fortnight, I shall need 4 sturdy ships. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa, and the Maria.
No, Tommy, it's 3. Columbus had 3, and the Santa is not a ship. That's just part of a name. It's like Santa Maria.
So be it. I shall sail with my 3 sturdy ships, the Santa Nina, the Santa Pinta, and the Santa Anita.
In the castle, Queen Isabella awaits the arrival of the young dreamer from Italy, her mind filled with skepticism and doubt. Columbus enters, paying full homage to the monarch of a great nation.
Greetings, Donna Isabella, Queen of Castile, ruler of Barcelona, Seville, Valencia, sovereign of all the Spain. Yes, sir.
It is not necessary to address me by my full title, Senor Columbus.
Your Majesty, how shall I address thee then?
As I am known to all the nobles in the court, call me Izzy.
Well, Queen Izzy, I entreat your support that I may seek a new route to the Indies and its fabulous treasures wherein there lie.
Uncovering a new route can be very dangerous, Master Columbus. What will guide you?
Aha! This shall guide me.
What?
This thing here.
What is it?
This is a sextant. A crude sextant, to be sure, but my own creation. If you look through it this way, you see the sun. If you look through it this way, you see the horizon in relationship to the sun. But if you look through it this way, what appears to be the sun is actually a dancing girl from Barcelona. Look at her go. Hope the world is round like that.
Where will you find a crew?
Oh, a crew.
Men who are insane enough to make this dangerous voyage.
We shall empty the prisons and the dungeons of Spain, and I shall man my ships with the best scum of the earth available. The tops and the dregs of humanity. Ha ha! And I shall command them. Hoist the mizzenmast! Belay the poop deck! Avast! Hey, you with the 2 earrings, out. The rest of you scum, there's a flagon of scurvy for all!
Very well, Master Columbus. There is something in your face that I trust. Kneel. I give you leave to go forth and bring honor back to Spain and to me.
Thank you, Queen Izzy. I shall find a new world, and I shall found a new country, and it shall be named after you. It shall be called Ethiopia.
Thank you, Master Columbus. My heart and my spirit will be with my gallant admiral, although my body will remain in Spain.
Say, couldn't we leave your heart and soul? I guess not.
Very well. To think, Master Columbus, that you are going to prove that the world is round like this melon.
Is that no? Wow. And I could, no, round like this plate.
I thought you were going around this way.
No, I'm going around the edge like this. If I went around like that, I'd fall off. I may be ahead of my time, but I know not.
Up next, it's Smothers, and Durante.
Yeah, reverse the billing and you got a good idea.
This weekend on E, an intimate, in-depth half-hour interview with Bridget Fonda and Eric Stoltz. This weekend on E! Original special presentations, the Daytime Emmy Awards Guide, Women on the Verge. This weekend on E! The provocative half-hour interview with Howard Stern and guest Willie Nelson.
Hey, Willie, you got nice hair.
All this weekend on E! Entertainment Television.
You're watching E! Entertainment Television.
He's in her thoughts,
You like playing games, don't you?
her dreams,
I like playing games with people who like playing games.
her fantasies.
You look good enough to eat.
It seems like he's with her all the time. He is.
You don't really know what you're dealing with, do you?
You're afraid of me.
Do I look like a girl who would be frightened of you?
There's something wrong with him. He's sick.
You like to watch? Watch this.
Sliver, rated R. Starts Friday, May 21st at theaters everywhere.
And now the Metropolitan Choral Ensemble introduces new Doritos tortilla thins.
The eternally youthful Jimmy Durante.
Thanks ever so much, folks.
Jimmy, I want to tell you, my brother and I have really looked forward to having you on our show. You're such a legend.
Well, thanks for them sentiments, which I return in toto.
In toto?
Yes, just a little line that came to me while I was cooking a goose.
Sounds familiar. I don't know.
But you know...
Are you sure your name isn't Tom?
Yeah. But I want to say that I really do like you kids. I've been watching your shows, and you're both marvelous. Believe me, really marvelous.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate that. And I also appreciate your coming down to the show, because I know how very busy you are.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
In addition to my TV work, I have all my nightclubs, personal appearances, and I put in at least 3 days a week on community activities. And on Sunday, I enter chicken plucking contest.
Well, all I could say is I'm glad you finished plucking your chicken so you could do the show. I've got a question I'd like to ask you, Jimmy.
Why, not at all. Go right ahead. But first, let me warn you in advance, I refuse to discuss my private life.
Well, that's your privilege. I'm sure you don't do anything in your private life, though, you'd be ashamed of.
That's why I refuse to discuss it. It's a bore.
Really, the question I'd like to ask you is how great comedians like yourself, like George Burns, Jack Benny, have been able to stay popular for so many years.
A very prerogative question, Dick. But I'd have to say that each of us had the good fortune to have an outstanding feature that sets us apart from the others. Like George Burns has the peculiar throaty voice of his, and Benny has them baby blue eyes.
Yeah, and you've got something everybody talks about.
That's right. Dainty legs. But you know, as long as we're bandying words, where's the guitar player?
My brother?
Yeah, the dumb one.
Hey, Tom, come on out here.
Hi there, Jimmy.
Oh, I didn't even know you know how to shake hands.
I do a lot of clever things like that, you know, shaking hands and stuff.
Jimmy, you used to work as a team, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Clayton, Jackson, and Durante.
They say maybe we could all work as a team, the three of us. You know, Smothers, and Durante.
Yeah, reverse the billing, and you got a good idea. Hit it, Riddle. Hit it. Any place that wants a great attraction, I will be a one.
Smothers!
And the rest. Say we're in business now.
With the song and with the saying, yeah.
I'm working here, too. I feel like I'm being smothered to death. Tell variety. There's a new attraction.
There's a new act coming through. And it is Smothers. Smothers.
And the Randy.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through. Hit it. Yeah.
Jimmy, you're really coming through.
Durante is like an old pair of pants. He shines at the right moment.
For it?
You better laugh. Your job is hanging by a thread.
Hey, for it is Smothers. Smothers.
And Durante,
Yes, sir.
we're coming through. Won't you come on, oh, baby, won't you come on? I'm on the whole night long. I'll do the cooking, honey. Well, come on, sing.
Hey, friend, I know I've
Done you wrong. Remember that day in the evening I threw you out with nothing
but a fine
Sing, sing. Let's split the money 3 ways, ain't we? Remember that day I threw you out. Nothing but a fine tooth comb. I'm getting sick of that bum, 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 bum.
Won't you please, the Bailey, won't you please come home?
You can for me to do that.
That is
The way it'll be.
It is Mother, Mother,
And Durant.
yes, sir.
Mother and Durant.
Yes, sir.
Folks, here's a number. I think it has the greatest lyrics ever written. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind. If you're young at heart, you can go to extreme with impossible schemes. You can laugh when you dream, fall apart at the seams, and life becomes exciting with each passing day, and love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you derive just by being alive. Now here's the best part. You have a head start if you are amongst the very young at heart. Yes, if you're young at heart. If you're young at heart, and if you should survive to 105, look at all you derive just by being alive. Now, here is the best part. Have a good start if you are amongst the very
Just ahead, Pat Paulson fires off a round of criticism on gun laws.
Tonight on E! At 9, Talk Soup always delivers.
In line with our policy of taking a stand on the pressing issues of the day, we now present another in our continuing series of editorials. Subject, should the use of firearms be restricted? Once again, speaking for our program, Mr. Patrick Paulson, Vice President.
Many people today are suggesting that restrictions be placed on the purchase and ownership of firearms. No one questions that these are good, solid citizens, which combines deterrence. They are grossly misguided trolls, or else they can be made for large or communists. But we respect them. And we will fight to the death against their right to express their opinions. First, let us define our terms. We are merely talking about simple firearms, pistols, rifles, bazookas. So let us not depart for all sterile. Secondly, I ask you, what is our most cherished right since pioneer days? The right for every man, woman, and child to carry a gun. This is not a statement of creation, but has man meanings that even a child can understand. If you're old enough to get arrested, you're old enough to carry a gun. A gun is a necessity. Who knows, if you're walking down a street, you'll spot a moose. I feel these restrictions are a plot and sporadic turn for listing. We at the Smothers Brothers program consider this personal attack on our own integrity. Personally, I myself carry a gun. Should I be restricted from carrying a gun? Do I look unstable? Let us not be led masked by those who had less met us. Let no man take away our liberties. Stand up and be counted. Let's preserve our freedom to kill.
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills. California. Coming up, Jimmy Durante gives his critique of spring fashions for 1967.
I think it's a wonderful creation, yes.
Yeah, and the outfit ain't bad either.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Kinnear. Good show for you tonight. In fact, on Jane Whitney, she'll be... Well, how would you explain it?
I think it's best to say that people will reveal their secret double lives.
Yeah, it's Talk Soup tonight at 9 after the Smothers Brothers.
Tonight on E! News Daily, much ado for Kenneth Branagh at the premiere of his new film, plus an E! News special report, blacklisting in the film industry, then and now. These stories tonight at 9:30 Eastern and Pacific, right after Talk Soup. Minute.
Here we are to bring you the exciting new spring fashions. The bold look is in, hemlines are up, and there are innovations galore.
Ladies and gentlemen, this lovely but slightly emaciated lady is attired in a Norman Norrell original. Doing wonderful. Which he terminates his harem evening gown. I call your attention to the stature Q lines of the Persian apricot. Has nothing to do with fruit. Silk jersey. Not to mention the sequins flowing down the side of the skirt and cinching at the waist. Okay, honey, take a break.
As we continue with our exciting spring fashions, we'd like to ask you for the male viewpoint.
Oh, sure. Oh, yes, you know.
Thank you. Here is something for late evening. Elegance mixed with comfort is the keynote of these sequin pajamas. Any comments, gentlemen?
I think it's a wonderful creation, yes.
Yeah, and the outfit ain't bad either.
Pull yourself together.
I stand corrected.
Tom, what do you think of these sequin slacks?
Well, I'd hate to put them on inside out.
White ermine returns to fashion in this floor-length fitted Raja coat of the finest and whitest ermine skins. Worn over a figure-skimming long evening dress in molten silver sequins. With long kimono sleeves, designed by Norman Norell. Incidentally, gentlemen, you might be interested to know the dress cost $3,000 and the ermine coat is valued at $12,000.
Yeah, well, I know a fur that's more expensive than that.
No, cut it out. I mean, there's nothing more expensive than ermine. This is ermine.
There's one, just a minute, gentlemen.
Yeah?
There's one who bought several on my day for conscientious employees.
You little devil, you.
I
have to say, your brother's point is well taken.
No, it's not. I know a fur that's a lot more expensive.
Tommy, he's right and I'm right. There's nothing more expensive than ermine.
No, there is.
Okay, what?
Bumblebee fur. You ever heard of bumblebee fur?
Bumblebee fur? This kid's either a dropout or an ignoramus.
Have you ever heard of bumblebee fur?
I have never heard of a bumblebee fur coat. No.
Have you ever heard of a... Jimmy, have you ever heard of a...
Whatever you're going to say, no. No, I never heard of a bumblebee coat.
You know...
I never heard of one, no.
Do you know why you never heard of a bumblebee fur coat?
I told you, kid, I never said it, I never heard of it, I don't know what you're talking about. Bumblebee fur? No.
No what?
I'm asking a question now. The tide has turned.
Hey, do you know why you don't see bumblebee fur?
I never seen a bumblebee fur.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because they're too expensive. Nobody can afford them.
My luck, I gotta be sitting next to him.
This is the latest in bridal styling, and we'd like to see which of you gentlemen knows the most about fashion. We want to see if you can identify this creation. Tommy, would you care to say a few words about this model?
Yeah, that's Shirley, but forget about it. She doesn't mess around.
Dick, would you care to describe what she's wearing?
Well, it's a short wedding dress, but I don't know anything about it.
Jimmy, what about you?
Yes, well, I'd like to say that the veil is Thule.
Toodle.
Huh?
Toodle.
Look who I'm asking. It's Thule with a cap of silk patels. I knew that'd confuse you. And the press, and the dress. And the dress looks... We all make mistakes. And the dress looks to me like re-embroidered Swiss lace.
Well, that's amazing, Jimmy. That's absolutely right. How did you know?
Well, by the process of elimination. It was either that or bumblebee.
Jimmy, I gotta hand it to you. I didn't realize you knew so much about fashion.
Are you kidding, Dick? My sartorial splendor is the talk of every Parisian fashion saloon. Hit it, Riddle! Hit it! I'm Jimmy, that well-dressed man. I'm a better man than Dapper Dan. Say, you can have your suits for $150. Take a look at mine for $20. Don't I look nifty? Say, just feel that piece of gabardine.
The finest piece of goods you ever see.
When he caught Rex Harrison how to dress to kill,
He didn't know his worsteds from his English 12.
Say, I'm Jimmy, that well-dressed man. Now deny that if you can. Please give me the well-dressed man. The very man never can. You can have your suits for $150. Take a look at his for $20. Don't it look nifty? Say, I'm Jimmy. Yeah. Stick closer. Say, if you think this suit is all that I own, why, I spent $300 on mothballs alone. Later, we got a lot to talk about. Say, I'm Jim, that well-bred man. Deny that if you can. We can deny that. I'm Jimmy, that well-bred man.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Kinnear. Good show for you tonight. In fact, on Jane Whitney, she'll be... Well, how would you explain it?
I think it's like best to say that people...
we say goodnight. I want to wish all the people in Nebraska the happy centennial. They're starting their centennial year right now, so we're wishing the best of luck. And good night, everybody.
Good night, America.
I hope you enjoyed that show. Inger Stevens, a beautiful actress, and I did a sketch with her, Isabel in Columbus. I was always intimidated working with these actresses. They were so good.
Yeah, well, they came in from a different direction, that's all. They knew how to do their lines, and they weren't lines, they were ideas, and they were thoughts, but I thought they were very gracious to work with you.
I did, too. Thank you very much. Also,
Jimmy Durante.
yes.
Now, we're going to talk about Jimmy Durante. And the song, Young and Hard, just brings tears to your eyes. Such a warm guy. But there was a couple problems that Jimmy had in adjusting to television. And one is that he didn't have really good vision for new material. And he was quite dyslexic.
So cue cards, we used cue cards that help tweak him a little bit. Big cue cards.
But everybody used cue cards.
But big print so we could see it. And then we'd write 3 words, and the third word would have to be cut in half and brought along, but it was always hyphenated in a wrong spot. So when Jimmy would go, well, we hope this comedy brought you memories of what's going on?
Well, Jimmy sort of knew what was going on, and after a while we realized, don't rehearse him very much.
You know, one thing I think about the Smothers Brothers show is that it has preserved so many wonderful memories of people who are no longer here that you can't see anymore. I mean, Jimmy Durante or Betty Davis or Danny Thomas or, you know, so many others, Kate Smith. There's just some marvelous performances by people who, unfortunately, are no longer with us.
He sang Young at Heart.
Yes.
And both Dick and I, we watched that again, and when you see a senior citizen, really with senior citizen of comedy like Jimmy Durante singing something so when you're young at heart, it brought good memories to us.
He's a happy man. He had a great life. Mm-hmm. And we hope this comedy hour brought back pleasant memories for some of you out there. And if you weren't around back then, we hope maybe you learned a little bit about what the world and TV were like in 1967.
So we'll see you next time with another Smothers Brothers, original Smothers Brothers comedy hour. So keep your eye on E for Dickie and me.
Vicky is a very